Hi guys, welcome to your bi-weeklies from June 15th to the end of the month, June 30th. There is really not much to announce other than the Facebook contest still goes on. You have another 2 weeks for joining, liking, subscribing. This is all bringing you one entry toward possibly winning a 20-minute reading with me. Every month I give 3 20-minute readings. So take an opportunity. Also on Facebook I kind of sort of teach tarot in a very kind of light way, and I'm starting as a few days ago sort of like a play, and I want you to try to figure out what cards would mean. So I invite you to participate. Special actually the prices will go up, so take advantage of it, but in particular relationship and X readings is on special for $50. So check it out on my website www.cattarot.ca. And guys, make sure that you check your sun sign, which is basically the date when you were born, but also check your moon sign, your Venus sign. For the other person that you're checking, check their Mars sign, and you can get it from any of the free websites, and I'm going to put in the description where you can get it as well. So that way Mars sign is defining how they are seeking the partner, what is that actually they really want. Venus sign is denoting what you really need. So sometimes want and need are not the same. Your sun sign is like what you're programmed to do on this life, in this life basically time. And your ascendant is also really cool. This is really the mask we wear, and this is like what usually people interact. It's almost like that shield around you. So check all these elements because that's going to give you the full picture. And I think that's it. So let's jump into your bi-weeklies. Hi Saggies, welcome to your bi-weekly forecast. This is from June 15th to June 30th. So let's start. Keep in mind this is a general forecast, so if you want your personal one, please contact me at www.cattarot.ca. I also ask you to please subscribe, like and share. And your comments are really beneficial for me, because then not only do I connect better with you, and I love to see them, and I'll read every single one, and I try to reply to as many as I can, but also it kind of like gives me a better understanding what you really need to hear from me, and your suggestions are welcome. So let's see the messages for you, Saggies. Somebody's not building, somebody's not willing to go to the next step. Who is it? Is it you or is it somebody else? Sagittarius, June 15 to June 30th. Sagittarius, June 15 to June 30th. Sagittarius, June 15th to June 30th. Sagittarius, June 15th to June 30th. Sagittarius, I have more messages. There is like need for teamwork or building, or are you guys changing a job and getting in a job where your expertise will be needed? So you're going to kind of like position yourself as an expert. Sagittarius, June 15th to June 30th. Alright, Saggies, June 15th to June 30th. And let's get a few of those love oracle cards. Sagittarius, June 15th to June 30th. Sagittarius, so June 15th to June 30th. Sagittarius, here we go. Whoa. Worth waiting for. Divine timing is at work in your love life. And engagement. Your love life is ascending to a higher level of commitment. Okay. What is the bottom of the deck? Whoa. 3 of Cups. Well, this card definitely talks about you know, not living up to some promises. Somebody's not living up to their promises, but it can go all the way up to, you know, some third party is messing up with things. So let's see where we really stand. So we have Four of Pentacles here. So somebody's being guarded with money, with where they're going. So Three of Pentacles popped out. So it could be that maybe you're in transitioning, you're looking for a new job, and this kind of like shows a little bit of, you know, miser quality, or a little bit of, you know, stingy quality. But it also could be somebody who really is afraid for their security. There we go, like it's coming up again. So it could be transitioning to a new position. It could be not knowing where you are, because 4 and 3 together makes 7. So it's maybe that you're experiencing some kind of instability. Knave of Swords. It's research on a good side. On a bad side, it could be kind of like digging out some information, looking, somebody's putting their nose where it doesn't belong. It could actually mean checking out social profiles. It could mean driving by somebody's home. It could be like hoping that somebody is well. Somebody, maybe you're really not directly in touch, because this talks about finding out information where the information is not freely given. Four of Cups, it's kind of like resolution of finding what you really want. And or somebody maybe felt that whatever was offered was not good enough. Death reversed. So something, guys, that happened was completely senseless. Something was a completely senseless loss. And it like there is a situation which is still ongoing. So maybe this is why you're on guard. Maybe it was the ending of some kind, that somebody didn't want to accept what is offered. But you know what, like, I mean, it is time to head to a new direction. Like, I mean, Ace of Swords is like cutting through everything, trying to find your own new truth, trying to find new ways. And Two of Pentacles is talking basically about life, juggling resources, juggling what is dear to you with things that must be done, making sure things are taken care of, and understanding that at any given point things can go out of balance. And look, we have Two of Wands. So there is like you're like in between the two worlds. You're trying to forge forward, but like, I mean, it's this balance, and kind of like feeling that maybe you go forward and you're trying to balance yourself, and then something pushes you out of that kind of like path, and then you don't get there. And look, hopes and fears, giving up on something or on somebody. And Queen of Pentacles reversed. Now this is interesting. So this is a partner that is no longer a partner. So this could be like that something is ending, and maybe you're cutting something off. Let's see in more details now. Four of Cups. So is somebody bored? Is somebody not really getting what they want? Maybe, you know, you have to ask yourself, were you the one offering, or were you the one trying to take? Which one are you? The one who didn't find what you need, or the one who was hoping that what you're giving is going to be good enough? There was a situation where there was lots of bickering and arguing. It also could be that somebody felt trapped, and that maybe the situation was not an easy answer, that somebody, you know, else was a party to this whole situation. Because look, you have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 cats, but you also have a little mouse trapped in here. So maybe the situation was not even what it seemed to be on the surface. Maybe it was under the surface. Somebody left you out in the cold. This was not a situation that was easy to resolve, and you felt really broken. You felt being left out. You almost like maybe even felt shunned to some extreme level. There are 2 5s. So it was a great instability that has been created. So let's see what is about this spying and the Hermit and Knight of Pentacles. I guess given this situation, maybe you're trying to figure out what the heck happened. What happened? And you're approaching to this in a very kind of introverted way. The Hermit is like, let's step aside, let's regroup, let's revisit, let's think through it, and then let's move forward really solidly in a kind of like really small, stable steps. Knight of Pentacles is small steps forward in a term, kind of like it's almost a challenge. It's a test. Can you do it? Because usually you test people when you give them a task that is stretched over a longer period of time. Because most people just want something really, really quickly. It's like, I mean, an instant gratification. No, this is something that will be stretched over time, and the test will be there. Can you make it? And it could be related to also your work life, because like you have that pentacle here and here. Something could be affecting your finances, because look, you have pentacles almost on every corner, and this is past, present, and future reading, right? So let's see what happens about being discarded. Look, you have 5 again. So yeah, it was kind of like 1 step forward, 2 steps behind. It was some kind of victory, but it wasn't victory. Something has been cut off. Something has been manipulated. Did you lose your job, or did you maybe have a situation? This is definitely verbal situation where you did come out as a winner, but you really don't feel like a winner, because you feel that in a bad situation you won, and hence there is like this guarding thing. Maybe you were holding on to your money. If this was a breakup, maybe you were going through divorce, or if you're going through some kind of like division of your finances, and maybe you thought you got the better part, and maybe you manipulated, or vice versa, right? Because this is saying, like, you know, the remedy here is the teamwork. The remedy here is building these things up, a fairness where every person contributes to the situation. And look, you have a King of Swords and Queen of Swords, so it's a couple that is no longer a couple. See, they're like really not. Queen of Swords is like really demanding what she needs. She is verbose. She's going to tell you what she wants, and she's going to tell you in no uncertain terms. You will know where you stand. This is a person with no fear. This could also mean that there is a situation you're in that has, maybe that was a situation of 3 people where Queen of Swords cut things out, where kind of like you maybe feel that you won, but also she feels she won. You see, here this kitty is guarding this money and feeling victorious, and yet there was some kind of manipulation. So it could be that it was you either manipulating or getting manipulated. And here, teamwork, somebody is speaking really, this is what I want, and then it's happening. This like new financial kind of agreement is being established. So it looks like if you guys have been in a situation like that, that this is going to be revisited, and it will have to be done in a better way. So let's see, what is this Death reversed? Never a good card. It's talking about that something really has to die, and some things are not productive anymore. Some things have to be seen completely differently. But this is saying, okay, you're going back to the old things and doing the same things all over again. And you know that story that Einstein said, keep doing things, the same things over and over again, expecting different results is the definition of insanity. Yeah, look, but you're going back because there is something that is a secret. There is a deception that took place, and you're like, that's really important, and something hasn't been nourished. There was like a cut out point. And again, the Empress could be your partner, like, I mean, that there is hiding something. Maybe you are cutting off your partner is cutting you off, and hence there is like this Knave, Page of Swords, and Hermit. You're trying to kind of figure out what is going on here. I really don't think you want to stay there, but I think there is like more to that whole story. There is a storyline here about something not being told, because there is like insisting the truth to be told. This is absolutely, I want to know what is going on, cutting through. This is like a sharp edge, and you had lots of swords, so it's going to be demanding. Well, there you go, demanding of justice. There is a karma card. I need to know what happened. It looks like even though you moved on emotionally, there are still like ends on this story that need to be wrapped. And it, yeah, I was wondering if it's a third person. You either were with a third person and somebody stepped in and prevented that from happening, and that caused you to still crave this person, or there was the other person that actually brought somebody to your union. In any case, justice have been served. Maybe you don't like what happened, but things have been placed in balance. It looks to me there are two parties and not a single party is winning. It's lots of things that are under the surface here that are happening. They have to come to the surface. At the same time, it seems to me that you're waiting for somebody. You're waiting for somebody. And that something happened. That's why you're coming back. When death comes in tarot cards, I usually always think that something happened that didn't reach proper ending, and hence the partner cannot move on, and hence you kind of felt left out in the cold. And this is this big craving for the new beginning. Like you have like two wands, and you have these swords, like, which is like, I need to know, I have to figure out if there is even a 1% of possibility. I want to go for it. So this is that wonder. Is this what life is bringing to me, that I have to juggle things? Or this also could mean, well, these are these two partners. What do I do? You see, it's kind of like you're like weakened. You just don't want to fight anymore. You just want to give up. You actually also don't feel that you have any kind of strength. And this is definitely fear. Like, look, you have a 7. 2 is indecision, 7 is instability, but also independence. Kind of like claiming independence, but also fearing of how to go about that. Because this is something coming really fast. Because you had Queen of Swords, you had King of Swords, you had Page of Swords, and now you have a Knight of Swords. This also tells me that it could be a family issue. Like, it's lots of people involved and everybody's hurt. And there are things that are unspoken. There is like no nourishment in this situation. But this is saying there is a balance. There is a balance. Maybe things that happened in the past with somebody else were not done in a proper way. Maybe you thought you're doing the good thing, or maybe the other person thought they're doing a good thing, but it kind of looks like nobody won. So environment here, you have like 2 of Wands reversed. So instead of like trying to prepare your plan, it looks like that there is overall feeling that the time is wasted, which is kind of not true, because it's worth waiting for. So divine timing. What happened was not timed properly. Right, so there is a jealousy. There is like Knight of Chalices reversed, like this is the Knight in the shining armor, but here is like some kind of manipulation, or you're being left with feeling manipulated, or maybe you're jealous. Maybe you are like tormented with thoughts of someone, and you do want to go forward. You do want to be victorious. This also can indicate a long-term relationship with somebody who is in a long distance kind of arrangement, or that you need to travel someone, or that you're wondering how is somebody doing who is like far away, and you're wondering, you know, if this person is still romantically willing to actually have anything to do with you. And that would explain all these swords, because swords talk about mental connection, connectivity with energy with this person. So now 9, like 1 1, and then we get to 9. It's kind of, you go forward and then you fear, and then you give up. It's just like your embattled warrior who all of a sudden says, you know what, this is just getting too hard. And things are also happening that maybe you get surprised. Well, there you go. There is your Lover's card, the choice. Are you going to pick, and who you're going to pick, and how to get there? Or are you giving up on this choice? Who had this? Scorpio, I think, had it. Or somebody had it. This is kind of like almost the same combination. You kind of don't have the strength or willingness to even look for your own love choice. And this is why this is telling me you just gave up on your partner. Like, this engagement probably means getting out of commitment, to kind of like you want this, and this is this Lover's card. You do want this. There is somebody in here that you are in love with. It is really clear, but you don't have the strength to go toward this partner. You feel cheated. You feel that the luck escaped you, that you just had it, just like kind of like went away. You didn't want to build with one person, with another one you wanted to build, but it was not done properly, and it was maybe done in a very slow way, where the person wanted something very fast, and hence they felt betrayed. They felt that things have been taken away from them. So nobody won in this situation, Saggies. So I want to clarify a few things over here. So for starters, let's see, what was this in the past? What was this bickering? What was this being left out in the cold? What is this all about? Wedding and widower. So some of you are getting divorced, or maybe getting out of this relationship, or maybe you were left out in the cold. Maybe somebody pulled the rug underneath you, or you were supposed to get divorced from somebody, or maybe doing it, and then other person didn't take you. And then you felt, oh my gosh, like now everything is dead. Actually, that would make sense. So many of these things like are not making sense. Now this kind of would make sense, because I see the third person here. So yeah, let's see, what is this death card? What is this death card for Saggies? What is this? Oh, here we go. Sights, but reversed. So you see, again, it's somebody long distance. You know, she kind of dropped her rose. She's like reading the letter. She's like waiting for somebody to come. And here it's like reversed. Somebody has left. You're just like pouring your tears, but somebody's not coming back. And this is why, like, what the heck happened? Let's see, what is this moon? What is this moon all about for Saggies? Here you go. We have a few cards. We have the death again. Hello. It's also reversed. Death of hope and death of communication. And that's why the secrets, you don't know what's going on, and that's why you're trying to figure it out, and that's why you're not getting this nourishment. And now it starts to make sense. This is the person you wanted to get engaged to, and looks like you're getting out of one relationship, you're getting into another relationship. Let me see this Empress. What is this Empress all about for Saggies? The Empress reversed. What is this Empress reversed? Faithfulness. You're faithful to someone. You're still having somebody on a really, really high place. Ooh, there is this jealousy which we had over here as well. Despair. It's really like some of you guys at the end of your rope, you really need help. Look, he needs to support himself on the chair. And also maybe you feel, look, I have been dedicated to that, I was working on it, I was going to that, I was doing this, and why did that happen? It looks like you betrayed somebody and then somebody betrayed you. It's kind of like double whammy. Let me see one more thing. And now you're like devastated. The 3 people here, but this should be a good card. Let me get one more. Joyfulness. Service. Maybe that means the end of that joy that you were hoping for. So let's see what has been balanced out here. What is balancing in your life? What truths are you coming through? What do you need to find out? Because this is obviously connecting right now. Okay, Saggies, what is here that we need to find out? Huh. Look. Again, 3 people. Secrets. Reunion. You didn't let go of that person from the past. You are really guarded. Something did happen to cut off that playfulness and cheerfulness, but you definitely want reunion, and that's why you're suffering. So let's see here. Then, if you want that, why are you not fighting for it? Let's see here. What was this manipulation here? Let me see this first cluster. What is this? King of Swords and 5 of Swords and 4 of Pentacles here. What is this all about? Absolutely, it's some kind of breakup. Somebody wanted to take an upper hand and get a bigger chunk of money, and it could be some kind of settlement with child kind of payments, etc., right? And it tells me the same thing. So now let's see the other cluster, where it talks about teamwork and talks about this Queen of Swords and this kind of building this differently and renegotiating, because kind of one comes after another. Maybe somebody negotiated something with you which kind of hasn't been fair, and then immediately came back, or vice versa, right? Let's see, what is the other cluster here for Saggies? What is this new take? Or this could be completely 2 different things. One could be for work, one could be for your private life. So yeah, it is kind of like revisiting. So it looks like it was first deal and then it was a second deal, and second deal was not that great for you, kind of like it cost you more. It's kind of like this new kind of new start in a new direction. So let's see, what is this spying? What is this discovery here happening? Why is this Knave of Swords here for Saggies? Knave of Swords and Hermit, why are they here? Sweetheart, child, and haughtiness. Yeah, this is similar. Haughtiness reversed is like spying, right? So it is like you're trying to figure out if this person that you're connected to has moved on, and that's what you're trying to look. And this kind of looks like trying to do it, trying to control the situation without the ability to control. And this is why you're kind of collapsing and going back inside, and that's why you are defensive. Maybe you did get a note that the person moved on. Maybe the person is pregnant. Maybe there is a pregnancy in your life that is preventing you of being with this person. That's a possibility as well. So let's see, what is this Lover's card for you, Saggies? What is this Lover's card here? Somebody's getting out of prison, which is not fortunate, and Doctor reversed. You could maybe want somebody who is not available, or you need to be available to be with this person because as long as you're unavailable, this is unhealthy situation, and the person would give up on you, and that's why there is no strength. So let's see here, these feelings of balancing and giving up and fear. What is this all about? My gosh, guys, you have mystery like here. What is this all about? So okay, so again, negotiating something, sorrow. It sounds to me like you're trying to focus the things that are working and kind of like kill the sorrow, because look, like, I mean, it's like understanding that life has ebbs and flows, right? So this is it, like, I mean, am I on the top or am I on the bottom? Because this is like, okay, I'm in a power position, I'm entrepreneur, like this is being up position and this is being down position, like right down. And this is kind of like flying up and down as well. So it's almost like saying that you're just going day by day in this particular situation. So okay, let's see what is basically this ending for you here. What is this? Knave of Pentacles, Queen of Swords, and Queen of Pentacles reverse, Knave of Pentacles, and Seven of Swords. Actually, what is Seven of Swords here for Saggies? What is that Seven of Swords? So you see, there are three people in this kind of thing, and this is looks like why somebody checked out from this relationship. We have this, and that's why there's like the thinking and studying this and melancholy. So what is this Queen of Pentacles reversed? Is this a wife or a husband or a steady relationship? What is this Queen of Pentacles reversed? So what do we have? Communication. You see, as I thought, there is the end of love and there is like end of relationship. You have, that's what is you're going to literally finish it, and it could be a big turmoil. But Saggies, I think what you're lacking here is like you want this truth, but are you willing to give this truth yourself? That's kind of like is not coming across. It looks like that there is somebody who is manipulating around here, like engagement, wife. Okay, give me 2 more cards for this engagement. Not 5, 2. Okay, you want to come out, wife and money. An enemy. So the same story. Like it looks like this is already something that you're engaged with, but engaged not meaning ring on a finger, meaning somebody who you already probably are in something steady, with whom you're like linked financially, and who basically is becoming your enemy, or it could be the third person, and this person is considering an enemy, or you want to get engaged with this person and your husband or wife is preventing you, or like this kind of linking financially or dealing with finances. I would love to know what is going on here. Like Saggies, please tell me. And what are you waiting for? What is worth waiting for? Like there is no intimacy, there is no constancy. So what are you waiting for? What are Saggies waiting for here? Home. What about home? Stability, obviously. You're waiting for what else? Waiting. Waiting for. Are you going to get the answer? Yeah, you want to go, you want to move on, guys, and you're waiting for this reunion. There is somebody you love, and you're right now, you have somebody who loves you and you love somebody else. It's kind of like an interesting triangle where nobody really wins. So you guys need to kind of first feel stronger before you can speak up. But it looks like in this period you'll be cleaning the air. Speak your truth, Saggies. So please give me your comments. I'd love to know. Speak your truth. I love you.